Good afternoon, everybody. It's Craig Braun here with Vets Haul Junk Removal in Odin, Indiana. We service Washington, Bedford, Linton, and all surrounding areas. So if you need anything junk related removed from your place, give us a call at 812-389-VETS. That's 812-389-8387. So it's been a while since I made a video. Last time that I spoke to you guys, it was July 7th, I believe. I just left training with Joseph and Jonathan at Joseph's house, and it's been a kind of a up and down roller coaster ever since. So, and I'm sure a lot of you guys that are just getting into the junk removal business, or those veterans out there that have been in the business for a while, can relate to. It's been slow, and then I get a bunch of calls or texts, and try to field those as best as I can. So right now I'm actually on the way to service another veteran. Actually not a veteran, he is in the Army National Guard and going to college up at IU currently, and I'm gonna help him move locations. And this is gonna be a cool little thing, because this is the first veteran that I've served in my area so far. So should be interesting. Kind of the things that have been going on in my life. I took and I've had a couple jobs since you guys watched my last video. My first job was a big one for my very first one, and it was I had to clean up an old deck, and I cleaned up a bunch of brush and removed a bunch of trees and stuff with my wife. For Sarah, I can't remember her last name, but she was a great first customer. I couldn't have asked for anybody better. And I had a television pickup the next day, and then it was just dead. It was dead for a week. I've been posting every couple days on Facebook Marketplace, and I've been getting shares and likes, which is really good. I've been posting on Instagram, and then about a week ago I started using Google AdWords Express. I know some people don't recommend it, but right now I'm kind of just getting into it, so I kind of let them take the reins for me right now. So that's kind of where I was at with the marketing aspect of my business. And about a week ago, I had a call from a group that contacts vendors like myself, or plumbers or electricians, and they work directly with realtors. And this group takes 20% off the top, and they pretty much just line jobs up for you. So I kind of had a bad experience yesterday. It was my first job for these people, and or this company, and I had to drive up to Indianapolis. It was going to be a full house cleanup for a foreclosure, and it was going to be a big job, which is great for my third week of business. I was excited. My wife was going with me. We were gonna spend the day up there together cleaning out this house, and wake up at 6:30 in the morning. It was a 90-mile trip one way, and I wasn't too upset about it. I was gonna get paid pretty good. So we get up there though, and there was an individual outside the house. Now, when this company contacted me, they said that the house had been vacated, and they haven't been able to get a hold of the previous owner. So I was like, okay, cool, good to go. Got there was a person outside, so I walked up and I introduced myself and told them that I was a subcontractor for this company. And the lady was like, yeah, this isn't my house, this is my sister's house, and we've been moving stuff out the last few days. And I was like, okay, this is interesting, because the company that I'm doing this job for said that they couldn't get a hold of whoever lived here, and they've been trying for a while, so I was coming to do the clean out. And the lady proceeded to tell me that I don't know why that this company couldn't get a hold of my sister. She's been living here the whole time, and this is after the eviction notice, so this lady lived there after the eviction. And so I called this company, and they kind of told me to stand by, told me that they needed me to take some pictures to prove that these people were still living there. So I did, took some photos of like the street signs, around their property, had a couple photos with them in it, moving items, and I sent them via an app that they use to this company, and I was kind of in contact with one of their agents that helps people out during the job, and she was like, hey, I'm really sorry, we thought that this place was vacant. I'm gonna see what I can do for you, since you took this time to do this job for us. And I was like, okay, this is great, because this company, it was the first job I've done for them, and they offer it to me, and they're like, this has to be done by Friday, which is today. And so I was like, okay, I have tomorrow off of work. I can take personal time off on Thursday, and I'll go up there Thursday and make sure it's cleaned out by Friday. No problem. No issue whatsoever. They're like, cool. So we did it, and they realized I took personal time off to go do this and everything, and the lady was very sincere and was like, I'm gonna see if we can get you not only your travel fee, because they were paying me a travel fee, but also an hourly rate, because I spent several hours up there just waiting on them to get back with me. And actually the experience wasn't the best at all. Kind of put a sour taste in my mouth. And so they came back to me finally last night. I had to call them several times because they just never called me. I was up in Indianapolis just sitting around. I ended up going home because I couldn't get a hold of anybody, and I ate a lot of money in time yesterday. So it was a learning experience. So this morning I woke up and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get out there and get it. So I took and got dressed, went to Washington, Indiana, and that's like the nearest big city to me. And I went around, I introduced myself to as many realtors as I could, and lo and behold, everybody's like, we need this help. They have, a couple of them told me that they have had a guy that did it in the past, but they really can't get a hold of him anymore, and that they need this help a lot. So there's still a couple companies I need to hit in Washington, but I'm going to go around, and I'm going to go to the bigger cities around my area of operation. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to the realtors, and I'm going to be the one that is in contact with the realtors. There's not going to be a 20% fee taken off the top, even though they kind of fudged the numbers so I would get what I wanted and they would get what they wanted, this other company that I was trying to work for yesterday. But I'm cutting out the middleman. I'm going to go to the realtors. I'm going to have a personal relationship with the realtors in my area, and I'm going to make things happen for my business because I'm the only one that can. and I'm not gonna rely on anybody else anymore. I was hoping that this would be a good thing where I could just, you know, take these jobs, not have to even worry about booking them or anything like that. But yesterday was just such a hassle that I'm just like, I'm done. So for those of you that are that may decide to choose a company to be a vendor under, just be wary. Do your research, because all the research that I did, I thought this was a good company, and everybody seemed really good, but they just, when it came down to it, they couldn't help me with the hourly rate yesterday. So I ate a ton of money and a ton of time. I had to take personal time off of my from my business that the job that I have as well. So it kind of hurt, and I was a little upset about it yesterday. But you know, you got to pull yourself up and get back out there and get going, and that's what I did this morning. And I could already tell there's going to be fruit that bears from this. So get out there, do your research, get in contact with these realtors. It was really easy to just walk into their office, introduce myself. I talked to them about the services I offered. A couple of them were like, do you cut lawns, or do you do this? And you know, I told them that I prefer to stick to junk removal. So, and that's what I've heard, like Lee Godbold talk about, just stick with junk removal. You don't want to go outside your scope. So these people, these realtors, they're looking for us. They're looking for junk removal companies. Get out there, talk to them, and you know, make things happen for your business. You're the only one that can inevitably make your business succeed or fail. And it was a good lesson, and I'm learning lots of these good lessons right off the bat, which is nice. I've had lots of little failures, and luckily I have the greatest team of guys that I work with. Joseph and Jonathan and Chris from Vets Hall Junk are the best in this industry. They have my back. We're always texting back and forth. It's just a solid group, and I'm very blessed to be a part of it. So you guys, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. You just got to have the drive. You got to have the motivation. And most of us that are in this business have that. So I know if I can do it, you can do it. So with that said, I'm Craig Braun, Vets Hall Junk, Odin, Indiana. If you need any services around my area, please feel free to contact me. My phone number is 812-389-VETS. That's 812-389-8387. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon.